He's the noble man beast, leads a motorcycle club, and is now a cartel boss. Ron Perlman,
yes.
Welcome to DVL.
All things to all people.
That's you, Erica.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Ron. So we have to start with a big congratulations because you are officially a grandparent. What's it like being a grandpa?
Man, you guys really do your homework, don't you?
We dig deep.
I had forgotten I was a grandpa. I better check in with the kids. Thanks for the reminder. It is. I never thought that I needed grandkids until my son told me that he and my daughter-in-law were about to have one, and so I suddenly got incredibly excited. And since he's now come into the world and become a reality that you can look at and hold and touch and imagine years and years and years of me corrupting him, which is my plan. It's been quite trippy and quite wonderful. Yeah.
I love it.
I love it too, Ron. Congratulations. But let's get to your career a little bit now, because you're not afraid of doing your own stunts. I want to know, Ron, what's the worst injury that you ever had doing one of these stunts?
Oh, I don't know where you read that, but that's a little bit of an overstatement. But things happen, you get caught up in the heat of the moment, and you do stuff that you probably shouldn't. There was one scene in Hellboy, I can't remember whether it was Hellboy 1 or 2, where I'm jumping onto a train. You pulled up the clip. How did you know?
We're fast.
Ron, we're on top of our game over here.
Yeah, nanoseconds over here.
What is that called? Artificial intelligence? You just were inside of my brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, that moment where I'm jumping onto a train, and usually in movies you jump onto a train that's either going past you sideways or you're catching up with it and jumping onto the back of it. I, being Hellboy, with a limited skill set, jumped onto a train as it was coming toward me. And as careful as we could be, like having the train come really slowly and then speeding it up in post, you still was a train coming toward me, and I'm jumping onto it. And I hit my rib cage and cracked a couple of ribs. And you could see tears just coming down my eyes. There was nothing emotional happening. It was all purely what a completely rookie move that was.
I was going to say, too bad you couldn't use those tears for an emotional scene, but apparently you couldn't.
Right, they never come when you want them. It's like a cop.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. You're a new grandfather, so I'm sure your ribs hurt. But there's nothing like the moment where you step on a Lego at 2 in the morning with your bare feet. So get ready for that, Grandpa. That's coming.
No, I'll have the kid back to his parents by 2 in the morning.
There you go.
And a flashlight in my hand for any leftovers. But thank you for the warning.
I got your back, brother. That's what I'm here for. Now, I want to talk about your new role, because you play a ruthless cartel boss in the new film, There Are No Saints. Now, how did you prepare for this role? Like, did you research any cartels, and were they cool with that?
Yeah, watch out.
I just called all my dealers, that, what would you do in a situation like this? And, I got a lot of feedback. You just, I don't know. It's kind of like alchemy when you are offered something that you don't really have a frame of reference for real, but you've heard enough news about it and you've watched the impact that they've had on society, and you just kind of pull all that in and then mix and match that with your own sort of really weird wiring, because we're all wired to do any number of things that we don't normally do in society, but we're wired to do them if push came to shove, and that's what the actor has to do, is get in touch with those facets of himself that are a little bit more ruthless than he normally is, a little bit more craving of power than he normally is, a little bit more cold-blooded, etc., and that's the job.
Well, Ron, speaking of different facets, you are funny. Your dry sense of humor is cracking me up. I did not expect this. So you always play the tough guy. Does it bother you that you are always that sort of character? Do you want to be in a comedy now that you have a grandkid, maybe an animation?
I could see that.
I do a tremendous amount of animation. I do a lot of Saturday morning cartoons, have done since the early 90s. I've done a couple of big animated movies. I love doing that stuff. And then when comedy comes around, I usually have to work for free because nobody believes that's my wheelhouse.
We need to see you more in comedies.
Yeah, strangely enough, that's where it all started. When I was starting out in New York, I was part of a sketch comedy group, very similar to the stuff that they do on Saturday Night Live. And my first ever appearance on stage was trying my hand at stand-up, which didn't work out so good. So I went scripted, just to find something I could hide behind. But no, comedy was my first love. And when I got to Hollywood, everybody looked at this kind of like gawky looking, simian type structures, and 6'2" and not particularly handsome, but not all that ugly. Like, what do we do with this guy? I'm like my bad guy.
I see a comedy duo between you and Will Ferrell. I think you, because you look similar. I'm putting it out there, Ron. I could be your agent.
We're putting it in the universe.
Okay. Let me know what he says. I'm sure. Stay by the phone and give me a call.
I will.
All right.
Call me.
Ron, thank you so much for joining
man.
us here in DBL. To our viewers, There Are No Saints. Hit select theaters May
Can't wait.
27th. Look for a comedy with him in it in the near future, we hope. We'll be right
Rom-com.
back. Thank you, Ron.
Step Brothers
Thanks,
2.
Rom-com.
Yeah, I like that.
The Other Brother.
See you guys.
Thank you.